This is the story of Susie. She was a beautiful new car, and she sat in a big auto showroom all day long, flirting with the people passing by. One day, her flashing grille caught the eye of a neat little man in suit. When he saw Susie, it was love at first sight.
Isn't she a beauty? Why, she's the sweetest little car money can buy. I know you'll be happy with her. Now, if you'll just sign here, my friend, she's all yours.
Yeah, it was as simple as that, and Susie was sold. Susie was a happy little car as she glided down the avenue. The minute she stepped out on the main drag, Susie found herself in pretty fast company. But then she had a lot of pep and pickup, and she soon learned her way around. Susie loved the parking lot society, where she could rub fenders with the best of them. She met all the big wheels, big cabs, dignified limousines. Oh, it was a great place to make new contacts. Oop, sorry. But at the end of the day, it felt mighty good to be home in her own cozy little garage, where she could just relax and let her tires cool off. But as fast, Susie's mileage rolled up, and she began to show her age. Rate of trouble. And she was losing some of her old pep and pickup, too.
Hey! Got to stall him! Get moving!
Susie was all run down and long overdue for a checkup.
Well, afraid she's in pretty bad shape, mister. Fact is, she needs a complete overhaul.
No. What I need is a new car.
Come in and see Maniac Martin. We're not selling them, folks. We're giving them away. We know we're crazy, but look at the...
What was to become of Susie? Who would want a worn-out old coupe?
I'll take this here old blue clump.
Now it was back streets and dark alleys. Susie was on Skid Row. Susie was left out in the cold. Abused, neglected, she soon lost all her self-respect. and it was plain to see that she was getting out of line. One dark night, as she sat all by herself on a lonely street, a stranger stepped out of the shadows. Her oil ran cold. Susie was a stolen car.
Calling car 47. Watch for stolen car. Small blue coupe. License number A72.
At last, the end had come. She was a battered old wreck, and they dragged her away to the junkyard. Susie had come to the end of her road.
Mister, what do you want for this old blue heap here?
Say about $15?
Oh, gee whiz, I've only got $12.50.
Well, take away, son. She's all yours.
They stripped her fenders, chopped her top, shackled her down, and hopped her up. She felt 50,000 miles younger. It was a miracle. That's what it was. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer little car.
Hi, welcome to Fayette Kids Corner. Today, for our food portion, we are making Lucky Rainbow Bark. What you're going to need is Lucky Charms, animal crackers. You can use the ones that are frosted or the regular ones. I'm just using the frosted ones. M&Ms, multicolored ones, like the ones that are either pink or the Easter colored ones that are like the pastels. You need aluminum foil, measuring cups, a spatula, bowls, white melting chocolate, and sprinkles, and a paper. First thing we're going to do is cover our pan with the aluminum foil. This is so the bark doesn't stick to the pan. Make sure you get it all over the pan so it comes out right. We wouldn't want it to stick and then it wouldn't be able to come out right. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna be done with the aluminum foil for that part. So next thing we're going to do is break up our Lucky Charms, our animal crackers, and our M&Ms. Because once we melt the white chocolate, we're going to need to put the broken pieces immediately in it before it sets. This is a non-baking item. All you have to do is microwave the chocolate and then you let it harden. You don't need an oven or anything for this. So first we're going to take a cup of our animal crackers and put them in there. I'm gonna do a little bit more than a cup because I like the animal crackers more than I like the Lucky Charms. Okay, now a cup of our Lucky Charms. And before I did this, I washed my hands. And you might want to have a parent around so they can teach you how to use the measuring cups correctly. Now it's time for M&Ms. A full cup of those. There you go. Okay. And just because I don't want to get my hands all over the crackers and stuff, because I'm going to share with my friends later, I'm going to take my spatula and crush it up. Now, just so I can get a couple more pieces, I'm going to have to stick my hands in here. St. Patrick's Day is actually one of my favorite holidays. It's not really like a holiday you can do anything for, but I kind of just like wearing green and being festive. Like I got this shirt the other day, I just had to have it because it was St. Patrick's Day. It's just something fun you can do and dress up and have St. Patrick's Day themed parties and stuff like that. Okay, this is relatively broken up pretty well. So now I'm gonna have to take my sprinkles. These do not need broken up and they can just be added after. And put them in there. There we go. Doesn't matter how many you put in there, there's no correct measurement for the sprinkles. Now I have my separate bowl with my white melting chocolate. Okay, now I'll be right back. I'm gonna go stick this in the microwave. Okay, what I did is I timed mine in 30-second intervals. Like I put it in for 30 seconds, then I took it out and I stirred it. And then I put it in for another 30 seconds and I took it out and stirred it. And then I did it for an additional 30 seconds and now I'm stirring it again. So you're gonna need to melt these for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. As you can see, I only made a small amount just so we can try it out and not make an entire pan. Okay, we're gonna take the melted white chocolate and pour it right on the pan. You don't want this too thick and you don't want it too thin. Make it just right or else it won't bark the way it's supposed to. I almost got all of this out. There we go. Now spread it, not too thin and not too thick. Okay, I think I have this just about right. I'm gonna stick my spatula in my bowl so I don't get anything sticky anywhere. And take my sprinkles, animal crackers, and Lucky Charms and M&Ms and sprinkle it into the bark. Ooh, this looks good. Especially because it's white chocolate. White chocolate's always been my favorite. Like on Easter, I would always ask for a white chocolate bunny instead of a regular chocolate one like all the other kids. Because I've always just liked white chocolate a lot more, so this is probably going to taste really, really good. Ooh, I almost got it completely covered. I'm being really picky right now because I want more of the M&Ms in there than I do some of the other stuff. I'm going to stick a rainbow Lucky Charm marshmallow because this is my favorite. Wouldn't that be awesome if you could just have an entire box full of marshmallows rather than all the cereal parts? Like I know that that's what makes it cereal, but still. Why not just have a whole box full of marshmallows? And we got to stick some of the Lucky Green hats in there. There we go. And I'm gonna let this set. It's gonna take a long time for it to harden into a bark, but you guys understand the general purpose of it. So this is what it's supposed to look like when it's all done. And then we're gonna harden and see what happens. I hope you enjoyed our food portion today on Fayette Kids Corner, and I'll see you right back here after this cartoon.
gives me extreme pleasure to present our interpretation of a familiar fairy tale entitled The Big Bad Wolf and the Three Little Pigs, set to the delightful music of Johannes Brahms' Hungarian dances. As the scene opens, we find the three little pigs building their respective houses.
I'm the little pig that built my house of straw. I'm the little pig that builds my house of sticks.
welcome back to Fayette Kids Corner. Today for our craft portion we are making leprechaun faces. What you're going to need is paper plate, green, yellow, and black construction paper, glue, orange paint, a paintbrush, Sharpie, scissors, and that's about it. So let's start. The first thing we're going to do is cut the smaller part of the paper plate, like where there's a line indent around it before the roughly part starts. Cut that part out. As you can see, I've already cut mine out, and I'm going to place it on the other paper plate. That way I don't get paint all over my table. Now I'm going to take my orange paint and put it in the cup, so I have a place to dip my paintbrush into. I just got it on my finger. Okay, now take your orange paint and paint the edges of your paper plate like this. Okay, I'm gonna start painting mine. This is to give the leprechaun its beard. Da, 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 da. I love doing crafts. Crafts are my favorite part of this show. Most people would think the food would be my favorite part because you get to eat it afterwards, but there's something about crafts that is just really fun to do, especially whenever you have someone to do it with. And I know you guys are thinking, but you're alone, you don't have anyone to do your craft with. I'm doing my craft with all of you. So technically, I'm doing my craft with more people than you are. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, while this is drying, I'm gonna put this to the side because I already have a pre-dried paper plate done. So, next thing we're going to do is put on our hat. You're gonna need your glue stick. So, first, glue the very top of where you want your leprechaun's head. Okay, I've got it all glued up. Now I'm gonna stick my line here. Well, I'm gonna actually do the bigger part first. There we go. Okay, we got it like this. Now let's do the smaller green part. There we go, it's starting to look like a hat. Now the black strip, put it right in the middle of the hat. If you forget what it's supposed to look like, it's supposed to look like this. Now I'm gonna stick my black stripe right in the middle. And now for the yellow buckle, which goes on the black stripe. Okay. There we go, we can put our glue away for now, and we have the hat done. Now, let's take our scissors and cut the beard. It's supposed to be fringed at the bottom, so just make cuts to where the orange is. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm making my fringes not so small, but like small enough, not too big, just so they look like they're fringed. Okay, now the last step of this is to draw a face. You could make your leprechauns happy, you can make it sad, you can make it angry, you can make it surprised. I think I'm gonna make mine happy. First, 2 eyes. I'm gonna draw out some eyebrows. Maybe like a pointy eyebrow. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good eyebrow. I'm kind of proud of myself right now. Okay, I'm gonna fill my eyebrows in. My leprechaun's a boy leprechaun. You can make yours a girl leprechaun. You could even give it like pink rosy cheeks or something, but I prefer to make mine a boy. Now I'm going to draw a little nose and a squiggly mouth. Should I give it teeth? Maybe, yeah, I should. There we go. And here is my leprechaun face. Thank you for doing our craft with us today. I will see you back here after this cartoon.
Covered together for dog a bone. But when she got there, the property wouldn't give up. She had to feed the pup. So here is the story, the gush and the glory of how the old girl cleaned up.
Always rubbing, scrubbing, from morning until night. But just a song when things go wrong makes everything all right. In a wash tub there's no romance, but still I like to sing. And it's all because I washed the of His Majesty the King.
From royal socks and undies, I must squeeze the studs. I'm the ringer outer of the royal duds. Don't mean a thing. My eyes are dim, my ears they buzz. I'm on the spot, my liver is shot. No, I ain't the man I used to was. All the ladies of the court looked upon me as a royal sport. I no longer can cavort. Guess I'm through, my breath is short. He's getting thin, he can't drink a gin. Teeth are falling out, his hair's all fuzz. He's slipping fast, he just can't last. No, he ain't the man he used to was.
No, he ain't the man he used to
Cheer up. Why do you look so sad and grumpy? Cheer up. Why do you sigh? Cheer up. Your road to life is not so bumpy. Cheer up. Take it in high. Why do you sit around so humble? Mumble, jumble, groan and grumble. Cheer up. Ha-ha! A king should sing, for that will bring a smile. Be a regular guy.
Why, you made me a new man, see? Now I'd like to give you some reward. My whole empire. If you desire, speak and you shall have it. On my word.
Why do you look so sad at me? Cheer up. Why do you sigh? Cheer up. Your road of life is not so bumpy. Cheer up. Take it high. Why do you sit around so humble? Mumble, jumble, rum and rumble. Cheer up. We all just think one that will bring a smile. Be a regular.
Hi, welcome back to Fayette Kids Corner. And for the last segment of the day, it's story time. We are reading The Good Luck Clover by Janet Craig. Are you guys ready? Okay. Patrick likes to paint. He paints rainbows in the sky. What pretty rainbows. Patrick, says Tim, your rainbows are pretty. Patrick, says Kim, your rainbows are the best. Thank you, says Patrick, but I could not paint without this. It is my good luck clover. One day, Patrick wants to paint, but something is not right. Where is my good luck clover, says Patrick. Patrick looks and looks, but he cannot find it. What can I do, says Patrick. I cannot paint without my good luck clover. I will help, says Tim. Patrick and Tim look and look. They look in here, they look in there, but they cannot find it. I cannot find my good luck clover, says Patrick. What can I do? I will help, says Kim. Patrick and Kim and Tim look and look. They look in here, they look in there, but they cannot find it. This is not right, says Patrick. I want to paint rainbows, but I cannot. Maybe you can, says Tim. Try, says Kim. Patrick tries. At first he cannot. Try again, says Kim and Tim. Maybe you can do it. Patrick tries again, and he can do it. He paints pretty rainbows. He paints the best rainbows of all. I can do it, says Patrick. I can paint without my good luck clover, but I could not do it without best friends like you. Thank you for joining us today on Fayette Kids Corner, and I'll see you back here next time.
She had to feed the club. So here is the story, the gush and the glory of how the old girl cleaned up.